what's on my mind right now is my vision for motifs, because that's the newest thing that I have launched, and you know, I kind of want to get it off the ground. And I actually had talked to a business person, and we did a little business strategy call last week. I forgot to kind of mention this to you guys because of all the things that were going on, but I did manage to talk to a business person. She's like a business consultant. She has a consulting business. I'll link her down below. She goes to my church. That's how we kind of linked. I think she recognized me from church, and then she started following me on Instagram. And then I started following her on Instagram. I was like, oh, so you help out small businesses. She's like specializes in small businesses and stuff like that. And so she was like, yeah, you can book a free 15-minute call with me. So we did that, and we spoke last week. I think it was Tuesday of last week. I can't even remember for sure. But I made it work. I did a 15-minute call with her, and we started to kind of talk about the different things that I could do to bring traffic to my website. I remember telling you guys, like, I have a couple of sales. She was one of the people who bought from me, and I really appreciated that. But I want to drive people to my website that don't know me, right? We talked about that. So how do I get traffic to my website? So a few things that I wrote down. And if you're in business or thinking about doing business for yourself, you can steal my list, girl, because we don't gatekeep over here, okay? Small business events. And this is something that she and I both want to do, because she's moving from upstate and she's here in Charlotte now, and she's trying to build clientele here in Charlotte or in the surrounding area, North Carolina. This is something that I came up with myself, and I'll be speaking to a couple of people that watch my videos that I think would be perfect for this. Influencer gifts. A lot of times people will send influencers gifts, right? You know, what they call promo or whatever. You know how people be like, oh, I got a lot of PR. That's what I'm talking about. I want to have a list of different influencers that I feel like fits my brand, and I'm going to send them my jewelry, and in hopes, okay, because it's not for sure, in hopes that they would do a video on it and they will share it with their audience, and they would do an unboxing or something like that, and I'm in the mix and I get some exposure. Email campaign, I talked to you guys about that earlier, that I had an email with some previous customers that have purchased from me before, and it was through an email campaign, and I'm getting that back up and running. I actually just renewed that subscription, and I will be using that platform to send out emails, as well as the Motifs platform to send out emails too. Hopefully that would gain me sales, like more repeat sales, because that's the email campaigns are really for customers, people who already buy from me, and then I send them more emails to hopefully get repeat orders. Now she came up with this one. This was pop-up shops. So like I could do a pop-up shop or something like that. I don't think I'm at the point to do pop-up shops, because I only have 5 pieces of jewelry right now, which that doesn't mean anything. I can still definitely do it, but I just feel like I need to establish myself a little bit more. I need to, you know, I'm not there yet. I don't feel like I'm there yet, because if you're going to do a pop-up shop, then you usually have something to fill up a space. I don't have enough to fill up a space. I could do a pop-up corner. Okay. A little corner. But I could do a pop-up shelf. All right. Like a little nice little shelf. But I cannot, I don't see myself having a whole shop, a pop-up shop. And then with that, also like little events where people hire, where you buy a vendor table and stuff like that and display your jewelry, and people walk by and they buy it. I don't know that I want to do that either, because like I said, I'm not there yet. And a lot of times they want you to invest first, and then I don't have enough to fill up, in my opinion. Another thing that I had always been on my list as for strategizing is Instagram ads. So you know that you can boost, if you ever got like on your post, it'll say boost this post or something like that. It's an ad that you pay for, where Instagram, Facebook, Google, whomever will put your posts in front of a certain type of audience, and they will kind of they will kind of almost promise a certain number of people guaranteed to see your post. Not necessarily engage with it, but see it. Like, it's just basically like that. We're going to put you in front of like 5,000 people, right? So that's when I say I need a budget for advertising. That's what I mean. So the Instagram ads, Google ads, things like that, to drive people to my site. Okay. Another thing I was going to be doing, Instagram live. That's just something that's not necessary. That does drive traffic. Like that is going to kind of drive people to my website. But that is more so for me to engage with my audience as well. So I really want to like know the people who I'm selling to, and I want to interact with them, and I want to bring them into my business. And another thing I want to point out is that Motifs is not just about selling jewelry and accessories and trying to make you guys look good, but I want you guys to know I truly care about you guys, and I want like females in general to be the best that they can be. So when I have those Instagram lives and stuff that I'm going to be planning, it's more so for me to like pour back into you, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, it will kind of drive traffic back to my website, because I'll have my website at the bottom as a pinned comment or something like that. And I'll be talking about my jewelry as well. And I'll be like doing flash deals and stuff like that. So if you're in the live, you get the deal, and you have to kind of like have it by a certain time, like by midnight or something. So people, yeah, it'll get traffic to my website, but it's more so about me engaging with my audience and pouring back into my audience and things like that. Doing deals, I think that is just normal. Like if you are a retail business, you have sales. Okay, Christmas is coming up, fall deals, different kind of things like that. Your first time order deals, Mother's Day, you have different deals for different things. Another thing that I have really been hearing a lot about is Pinterest blogs. So adding a blog, and I have added a blog to the website. So if you haven't been to the website lately, you can go to the website. There is one blog up there. I really want to kind of edit it a little bit more, add some pictures and stuff. But there's a blog that has been published, and it talks about how to clean your jewelry. So I will be doing like blog posts, jewelry and accessory based blogs, like written blogs, and then posting them to Pinterest, and then having my website lead back so they can see the full post, so they can see the full blog, which then if they're there to look at the blog, they may also want to purchase. So that's another way to drive traffic back to your website, using a blog post. Also, I want to do podcasts. I want to get on different podcasts and talk about whatever topic, right? It doesn't even have to be about accessories or fashion or anything like that. Like I want it to be podcasts that are female centered, because that's my target audience. Black females is my target audience, but females nonetheless, doesn't have to be black. So I want to start reaching out to different podcasts to see if I can become a guest and just talk about whatever. I can talk about my religious beliefs, because this is a faith-based company. I could talk about parenting. I can talk about, womanhood. I can talk about dating. I can talk about my weight, being a big girl. I can talk about mental health, which is something else I'm really passionate about, like whatever, but I want the podcast to be female centered. Okay. So that's another thing that you can do to drive people back to your website, because whatever you're talking about, like my brand is basically me. My brand is me. The fact that I sell jewelry is just another part of me. And once people get to know who you are, they generally want to support whatever you're doing. So if I had a school, right, and I go into a podcast and I'm talking about, how I survived, a abusive marriage or something like that, they're going to want to look into, okay, what is this girl all about? How can I support her? How can I be there for her? I really like this girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then they're going to want to support your school or your website, whatever. So, and then the podcast put all your information down in the show notes and stuff like that, so that people can find you on different platforms. So that's another way to drive traffic back to you. I know I'm online a lot, right? I'm scrolling, I'm doing things, I'm editing, I'm on my phone a lot, but I'm doing it for a reason. It's not just mindless stuff. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is, but most of the time it's led by, it's a purpose to it, right? So I was strolling and I saw this girl. She has a shop here in Charlotte where she specializes in clothing for heavier set women, like 2X and up, and it's called Juicy Body Goddess. I'll link it down below so you guys can check it out. She's online, but you should definitely follow her on like Instagram. I think she even have a YouTube channel. I'll put all her stuff down below because I really love her, because she really pours into heavy girls, right? Because not to say everybody, but there's a lot of us who struggle with confidence and struggle with like our body and what to wear to compliment ourselves, and you know, and we just feel like we can't be some of us feel like we can't be desirable and sexy and stuff like that because we're overweight. The way that she pours into her clientele, like, I think it's a beautiful thing, how she pumps them up, how she makes them feel special, how she makes them find something that fits their body. And they are sometimes, if you look at some of the videos that she do of some of her clients that come from all over the world to her store here in Charlotte, North Carolina, they're coming to boost their confidence. They're coming to get something poured into them, not just to buy stuff. And sometimes she'll even do a deal where she'll say, you don't have to pay for it. She'll even bless them. Like that's God. That's ministry right there. I was thinking, man, if I can connect with her and put some of my jewelry in her store, that would be dope. So another thing I was thinking about is like just collabing with fashion brands, collabing with people who have clothing brands, because I plan to be an accessory company. I don't plan to have any clothes, but I plan to have handbags, you know, shoes, belts, you know, accessories, watches, jewelry, glasses. I plan to have my own line of glasses, because y'all know I really love glasses. I plan to have my own line of false nails, because y'all know I really love my false nails, things like that, right? Accessories. So if I can collab and do collaborations with clothing brands, that will be dope, right? So that's another thing that I thought of. So that's my strategy, okay? I just gave you guys my whole strategy of what I plan to do to make Motifs successful. That's my vision for Motifs. I also have a strategy for YouTube, guys. So for YouTube, I didn't write down a whole lot, right? Because I don't know why. But here we go. Doing the Vlogmas and the Vlogtober, but also doing Veda, because I usually always miss it in the spring. I don't think I've ever done a full Veda, whether it was in April or August. And August, I should really do it because that's my birthday month. It's like you should really come through on your birthday month, Kim. So I plan to do more like Vlogmas, Veda, stuff like that. Another thing that I have been noticing that has been really driving traffic back to my YouTube channel is when I edit clips of my videos into a reel. And there are some videos that I can't do it because YouTube won't give me that option to edit into a reel. I don't know why. It'll give me the clip option, but it won't give me the option to edit it into a reel, and I just don't know what that's about. That has been really working for me, just taking clips of my video, like highlights or whatever from a video, and then tagging the video as, you know, watch full video or subscribe or whatever, and edit that into a reel, and that reel brings traffic to my channel. Another thing I want to do is YouTube lives. I don't really feel like YouTube lives bring traffic to a channel. I don't see it. Like, you know, I have done a lot of lives before at my YouTube channel, and I don't see how it drives traffic. So I'm a little bit at a loss for how to drive traffic to my YouTube channel. Another thing that I do is like I do like a little mesh up, or I try to. I really suck at it. I need to get better at it, but I do like a little mesh up of something, and I throw it on my Instagram stories, or I mix it into a day in the life or something like that, and I do it as a short form content, and I put it on my stories or something like that, and that usually drives the traffic back, especially if I do it on my stories and I put the link to that video in my stories. That has drove customers. Oh, that has gotten me traffic. Okay, another thing, I was talking to one of my followers, Shaquita. Hey girl, she just moved to Charlotte, so you guys are going to be seeing her on my videos very, very soon, okay? Because she just moved to Charlotte, and she had been talking to me for over a year about moving to Charlotte. So she's finally here, and she's going to be coming to church with me next week. So I'm pretty sure you guys are going to see her next week, okay? Okay. But we were talking, and she was like, there are certain people in the community of YouTubers who you can pay them to promote your video, and they will do like an ad, say, hey, you know, all, you know, YouTubers, you know, $10 right now for the rest of the week for me to promote one of your videos. And then they would just put it in their community tab, and people would go into that person's channel and support. So that's an idea. I don't know how I feel about that though. At first I was really excited, but then at the same time I was like, well, you know what? YouTube has ads too. Like you can boost a video by purchasing Google ads for your video. So it's kind of the same thing, except for Google is pushing it. And I don't know if one is more powerful than the other. Maybe I'll do a mix. So my YouTube strategy needs a little work. I'm not as confident about my YouTube strategy as I am about my motif strategy. However, here we are, right? So we can do paid ads or paying other YouTubers to promote you. I know that there are YouTube conferences, like you can go to like creator conferences and stuff like that, and promote yourself, and also just be in the mix of other YouTubers. It's kind of like what I said about doing small business events. I could go to creator events and just learn how to market myself on YouTube. So that's my vision for what's going on. So anyway, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. Anyway, and I will see you guys tomorrow, because we'll be vlogging again tomorrow, because we're doing Vlogtober, vlogging every day in October. So that's today, and I will see you guys tomorrow.